what's also going on now is your competitor, Hot 97, they allegedly fired K Fox. How you feel about that?
I mean, that's their loss. K Fox is a dope talent. I've always said that about her. I used to listen to her when she was on WEDR with Khaled, the
You trying to
takeover.
ask her out, right? I think I remember.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't I? She bad. I mean, I didn't really try to ask her out. I was just like, yo, let's go have dinner sometime. It wasn't even really trying to go out with her. It was more so like wanting to pick her brain a little bit. You know what I mean? Just because that's the type of person I am. I like talking to other great radio minds, people that I, enjoy.
Yeah.
And I always felt like she wasn't utilized over there the way she should have been anyway.
True.
To me, she's the most talented person in that room on that morning show.
How you feel about the other two people, or three people now on the show? We got Ebro as program director, Peter Rosenberg, and Cypher Sounds.
I don't.
A lot of people say Ebro is kind of like jumping on the morning show, trying to like be like you. How you feel about that?
I mean, I don't listen, so I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I don't know what he's over there trying to do.
I listen to both. I seen it. He's been throwing shots at. I remember when Jay dropped the open letter joint, throwing a lot of shots.
I didn't hear none of that.
And then everyone always, whenever they throw shots at you, they always say if I'm getting jumped, I want to run. And I think that was obviously true over the whole situation outside the radio station. So, do you have any personal relationship with any of them?
I don't know none of them. Me and Rosenberg talk every now and then. For moments about radio a lot. You know what I mean? Like a few times. So other than that, I don't like they don't. I don't even consider them competition.
Oh, so it's more because I think a lot of people think Power 105 versus Hot 97 is some serious beef on some. If, for example, you see Flex or
I don't see none of them. Don't none of them
might be swinging on each other. It's not like that.
I don't see none of them. I see. I probably out of all of them, I probably have seen Ebro the most out of all of them. Just being in New York, like he'll be out, but I don't look at them as competition. I'm looking past them. Like the only competition I see is in the mirror.
True.
Like I don't feel like nobody can stop what we do over here but us.
Yeah. I mean, even though you say it's not competition, I know you mentioned before that when you and Funkmaster Flex went through you guys thing when you guys were going at each other, it was a pretty exciting time for New York radio. You said you could see yourself doing that once a year.
But that's Flex.
Okay, so
it's a big difference between Flex and the people you named.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like Flex is a legend. I'm not gonna sit here and act like he's not. That's why like even when I hear people talk about legacy, like they like to talk about legacy and the legacy of Hot 97. The only people over there that can talk about legacy is Funkmaster Flex and Angie Martinez. And I mean, of course, the Mr. C's enough, but Flex and Angie have been there from really the beginning. See, this is something that people got to understand. Just because you're a Boston Celtic don't mean that you're destined to win the championship every year. Just because you're a Los Angeles Laker don't mean that you're destined to win the championship every year. You still got to go out there and play. So, to be a part of a franchise that isn't winning right now, but talk about the legacy, makes no sense. You got to go out there and play. What are you doing to put your name in the rafters? Because all of those, there's people from I-97 whose names are already in the rafters. Wendy Williams' name's in the rafters. Star and Buck Wild name's in the rafters. Miss Jones' name's in the rafters. Ed Lover, Dr. Dre, their name is in the rafters. Is your name going to be in the rafters? Flex's name going to be in the rafters. Angie's name going to be in the rafters. Is your name going to be in the rafters? And that's not even shots. That's just the way my mindset is.
Yeah.
Like, Rosenberg, is your name going to be in the rafters? Cypher, is your name going to be in the rafters? You know what I mean? That's my thought process. That's why like this right here, this is like to me is like it's like a team that is really starting to prosper right now. We're starting to push this brand. There's been a lot of people who've worked over here, but nowadays when people see this, they think the Breakfast Club.
I mean, I think when it's said and done, you know what I mean, Breakfast Club gonna go in the rafters for at least for this station. You know what I mean?
And that's great for
I feel
me.
like you guys are the new youth. You guys are new youth, and you represent exactly what people on like the youth on social media is thinking about, talking about how they feel. So I think I kind of get you as far as that type of comparison.
Yeah, and when you talk of legacy, we're creating our own legacy over here. Like the Breakfast Club's creating our own legacy. Like we're syndicated. Weekends with the Breakfast Club, 50 plus markets.
You know what I want to ask you? Because when you listen to, I listen to both shows. You know what I mean? I listen to everything. I'm a big fan of you guys, but I also listen to Hot 97. I listen to their morning show, but both shows claim to be number one. Who's really number one?
Elvis Duran and the Z100 morning show.
Okay.
Number one morning show in New York City, 18 to 34. Number one with a bullet. They are the number one morning show in New York City.
Okay.
As far as the urban morning shows, we are. You know, our hip hop morning shows, hip hop radio, we are.
Okay.
You know?
Where did they rank?
I don't know. I mean, it goes in spurts though. Like, you know, sometimes, you know, we might rock out for 6-7 months.
Mm-hmm.
They might get a month, or two. Then it goes back to us. It's got its ebbs and flows. It's just like anything else. But everybody's really consistent. Like, this is really a good time for New York radio. Like, nobody's hurt.
True.
You know? I mean, perception wise, it's not even close.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Perception wise, it's not even close though. People know what that Breakfast Club is. They know what that Breakfast Club is about. They appreciate what we do, and I appreciate everybody that appreciates us. Like I said, our only competition is us. I'm trying to figure out how we can constantly get better, how we can constantly stay focused, how, you know, we look in that mirror and we say we got to be better than what's staring back at us. Can't worry about what everybody else is doing. I've been said that though, and even when it comes to sports, like if you're, you know, say you're the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah.
You're playing the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
You can't really control what LeBron's gonna do.
That's true.
You can prepare, but how do you prepare? You prepare by practicing and working on what you do best. You can't, and LeBron is doing the same thing. So you can't really control if LeBron comes out and scores 40, throws 15 assists, and gets 12 rebounds. You can still win the game, but you can't. There's certain things you just can't control, and that's just how I feel when it comes to this whole landscape of radio. I can't control this shit. Only thing I can control is what me and my team do.
So for example, last summer, I would say Flex is going at you every day. And a lot of people are saying, yo, he's cooking you. Like, because every day his show, he's going in on you over music. He's making like a whole movie out of it. Consistently, each and every day. You might mention them during the Donkey of the Day.
I never did.
Like
I did. I've given Flex 2 Donkey of the Days.
Mm-hmm.
And the one video where the Funkmaster Flex told the truth. Shit drove him crazy. Those 2 Donkey of the Days, that one video where the Funkmaster Flex told the truth was more impactful than anything he did every day on that radio.
So it's not times where you're sitting back, because my perception, and me, I'm also an avid fan of just the whole radio game. I'm thinking, yeah, Charlemagne went at him pretty aggressively, but now he's cooking him daily. Like, Charlemagne got to be thinking, man, I got to do something. So I'm thinking like probably your execs up here like, yo, listen, dead that.
No.
Don't mention that no more.
They're not saying nothing. I'm strategic with mine. I'm not emotional. What you hear over there is emotion. I move off strategy, not emotion. I already know how they're going to react. I already know how they're going to react when I do something. And guess what? It works to my benefit. Because who got the Kingpin so riled up? I ain't never seen the Kingpin this riled up.
So would you still think in this current day, Flex is still a Kingpin?
Nah, he is today. I mean, listen, man, you got to give him his just due. Like, I mean, why not? Why wouldn't he be? I'm not mad at what he does. I'm not mad at the position he still holds. You know. Listen, man. Like I said, I'm not a hater. Yeah. You know, a hater would be to say, "Oh, fuck him. He ain't shit. He don't do shit. He ain't nothing." Nah, that motherfucker he's still out here. His name is still in the conversation. So why wouldn't I still refer to him as the Kingpin?
True.
You know.
So you mentioned that also you wanna eventually host your own late night television.
I'm going to.
Are you going to? You know you will, or is it something in the works?
Will.
Okay, but there's nothing in the works yet, right?
I mean,
it might be.
I'm just saying. Listen, I'm just telling you. I know I will.
All right, cool.
Well, you will see Charlemagne hosting a late night talk show.
Definitely.
And still coming to do my morning show every morning, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
That's what I was going to ask you. So say you get a gig that you never know, it's in L.A.
Never.
Would you ever give up the Breakfast Club?
Never.
Because it's paying more and it's just not really.
Ryan Seacrest ain't gave up his spot. Ryan Seacrest does all his TV shit and he ain't give up his morning show, so I'm not giving up mine. You know what I'm saying?
So because you mentioned in the very beginning of the interview that like you're here to sell out, you're here to cash in on your brand, but you're saying right now you wouldn't.
Radio is my brand. I'm a radio personality.
Okay.
At the end of the day, that's what I am. When you see Howard Stern on America's Got Talent, he's on there as radio personality Howard Stern. And that's how it's going to always be with me. Whether I do movies, television, whatever. That's a radio personality, Charlemagne the God.
So will it always be with the Breakfast Club, or it's now with the Breakfast Club, but if something else came, like for example, I don't know, your agent say you get to fill in or do what Steve Harvey got going on, like his slot.
Listen, I don't plan to go nowhere.
Okay.
I love Clear Channel. Clear Channel has invested heavily into the Breakfast Club. So I'm here.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here. This is where I want to be. So however this evolves, I'm going to be here.
Okay. So speaking of which, and you evolving, you have a bunch of MTV shows. Like, quickly tell us like the shows you got on MTV.
Guy Code. We're about to be doing season 4 of Guy Code. Girl Code. It's another show called Guy Court, which is like the People's Court meets Guy Code. We're actually attorneys, and Donnell Rollins is the judge, and we try actual Guy Code cases. And my man Lil Duval, he got his show, Ain't That America. My man Andrew Schultz got a show called The Hookup.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of things in the works. It's a lot of things, man. I'm developing a reality show for some kids out here in Harlem called the Harlem Shakers.
Yeah, I was just chopping it up with them out there.
Yeah, so I got a lot going on, man. A lot going on, man.
I heard you say once, and it sounded crazy to me because you're always on your promo game. Because the way we actually kind of linked up, and I started tweet more at you, and you started have some type of correspondence online, is that I always put up your videos and you always retweet it. I remember you said one time you were smashing some chick, and then you stopped just to tweet out that Geico was coming on. Like,
Weekend Jams.
Oh,
yeah,
that's Weekend Jams.
Weekend Jams used to come on Sunday mornings, and I was banging this chick on Sunday morning, and I realized it was like 10:55. She'll come on. She's like, "What are you doing? Don't record me." I said, "Ain't nobody recording you. I'm tweeting out my show." And she was like, "What?
Are you on your promo game like that?"
I'm like, "Listen, man, it's about business first, man." And girls that can't understand that will never understand me.
True. So I mean, going forward, like, what's the next moves we should look for from Charlemagne the God?
There's more excellence, man. That's what I tell people all the time, man. Chase excellence. Don't chase the money. Don't chase the fame. Don't chase success. Just try to be excellent at everything you do. So I'm just here to continue to but continue to execute more radio and television excellence, man. That's it. Excellence.
And for people coming up within the media game, for example, somebody like me, I'm trying to come up. Other people that's interested in radio, they might have got interested because they saw you. They might have been interested in trying to do their own thing. What advice would you give them?
Live your truth. Live your truth. Don't let nobody don't live your truth so nobody else can use your truth against you. And just be who you are. Don't look at Charlemagne and say I want to do what he does and try to be like me. Mm-hmm. Don't study the greats like Petey Green and Starr and Wendy Williams and say I want to be like them. Forge your own path. Be the new you. If you're doing your thing and people say that you remind them of somebody, take it as a compliment and keep it moving. But always do you. Be who you are. Forge your own path.
True.
So you're gonna get on that radio Monday morning. They were gonna ask him, "Are you gay?" And he was gonna say yes. Game changing.